You know that story we tell ourselves? That little voice that kicks in when the important work isn't getting done? When the day just kind of slips away? It's a story that usually ends with one word, a really heavy one: lazy. But what if that's not the truth? What if it's just the wrong word for what's really going on?
So let's just start right there, with this simple truth. Let it sink in for a second. For way too long, you've probably carried that label around. Maybe you even started to believe it's who you are, but it's not. It's just an accusation, and it's time we saw it for what it is.
And this is the real story. This is the key that unlocks the whole thing. The struggle you're feeling, it's not some deep character flaw. It's not you failing. It's a symptom, a consequence of living in a world that's in a constant battle for your attention.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You sit down, you're ready to go, you've got the intention. But then, something pulls you. It's like an invisible string. You just find yourself reaching for your phone, and suddenly you're gone, swept away by scrolling and switching and avoiding the very thing you wanted to do. And that's when the old story, the blame, starts all over again. Okay, but here's where we flip the script. We tell ourselves, I'm just too tired, I don't have the energy. But is that really it? Come on, think about it. You might feel too lazy to get through one email, but you somehow have endless energy for hours of videos or scrolling through social media. So look, your brain isn't broken. It's just smart in a kind of lazy way. It's designed to chase rewards. The hard stuff, the important tasks, well, the payoff for those is way down the road. But the digital world, that offers up an all-you-can-eat buffet of instant rewards, tiny little dopamine hits that feel amazing and take zero effort. The energy is there, for sure. The problem is your focus has been hijacked.
So if it's not a willpower problem, what is it? Well, it's time to meet the real villain of this story. See, you're not fighting yourself. You're fighting an entire environment, a system built by some of the smartest people in the world specifically to grab and hold on to your attention.
And these are the weapons they use in this war for your mind. Every single notification is designed to pull you out of what you're doing. Every short video is a tiny little hit of stimulation, engineered so you never have to hold a thought for too long. And that infinite feed, well, that's just a work of art, designed so there's never, ever a good reason to stop scrolling. And faced with this constant bombardment, your brain does the most amazing thing it can do. It adapts. It literally starts to rewire itself. It physically changes to survive and even to expect this new world of nonstop interruption.
You could call it distraction conditioning. Your brain actually learns to expect and then to crave these super fast rewards. So when you finally try to sit down and do some real deep work, your brain just rebels. It gets bored, it gets antsy, not because you're lazy, but because it's been trained to need a level of stimulation that quiet, focused work just can't provide.
But here's the thing. This is the most important part of this whole story. That conditioning, it's not permanent. It's not who you are. The very same process that wired your brain for distraction can be used to wire it back for focus. You can absolutely redraw the map. So, where do we start? How do we actually do this? We don't just sit around wishing for focus to come back, we train for it. Think of this next part as a workout plan for your attention. The plan is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. First, we have to see the habit for what it is. That's awareness. Second, we have to take back our environment and create some quiet. That's control. And third, we have to point our attention where we want it to go. That's intention. Let's break them down. All right, step 1. Just notice. For a whole day, don't try to change anything. Don't judge yourself. Just watch. Notice that automatic twitch the moment you reach for your phone without even thinking. See it for what it is, a conditioned reflex, a little program running in the background. Just seeing it is the first step. Step 2 is about creating a little bit of intentional boredom. You have to starve that part of your brain that's screaming for a fix. So put your phone in another room for a half hour. Go for a walk without headphones. Just sit down and do nothing. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna feel awful at first. But that feeling, that's the sound of your focus getting stronger. And finally, step 3. This is where you aim all that newfound power. Once you have a little bit of quiet, you give your attention a mission. Pick one thing, just one important task. Set a timer for, say, 25 minutes, and for that time, you pour everything you've got into that single point of focus. That's the training. And that's really the big shift here. You gotta stop looking for focus like you lost your keys. It's not out there somewhere waiting for you. It's inside you waiting to be built, like a muscle. It grows stronger every single time you choose to ignore a distraction and command your own mind. So where does all this lead?
It leads to you finally being able to rewrite that old busted story you've been telling yourself. It's about grabbing the pen and moving from blaming yourself to taking back control.
Let's bring it all the way back around to that one core truth. Let this be the thing that replaces that old lie. Every single time you felt bad about procrastinating, you were basically a soldier fighting a war without knowing who the enemy was. It was never a battle against you. You weren't weak. You were just outmatched.
Because here's the ultimate secret. What you pay attention to, that is your life. Your life is just the sum of all the moments you were truly there for. So the moment you decide where your focus goes, that's the moment you stop being a passenger and start being the one who's actually driving.